Hey there, welcome to part 3 of understanding your profit and loss income statement. In this section, we're going to go into the next section of your profit and loss statement, and that is cost of goods. Hey, badass business owner. So you ready to learn the next section of your profit and loss statement, and that is cost of goods sold. Sometimes you'll hear us call it COGS. So don't be confused when you hear COGS. It's the exact same thing, cost of goods sold. And basically, these are the expenses that make up the products or services that you deliver. It's the actual parts to that product or the parts to deliver that service, not to be mixed up with your expenses, which we'll talk about in a different video. So once again, we're going to go back here to our example of a profit and loss statement, and we're going to focus on cost of goods sold. And that's going to be this section here. So for example, using our landscaper, they're going to have some material costs here. Then we're going to have some subcontractors that they have to hire to be able to get that done. They've got their landscape wages are going to be tied into that as well. Now, here's the thing. There's two different types of labor, and this is where it's going to get confusing for some of you guys. There's the doers, the people that actually do the service when you have a service-based business, and then you have the supporters, the people that support the business. And the difference is the doers are part of COGS. So the people in this landscaping business that are actually out there doing the landscaping themselves, they are considered part of the service because the service can't happen without them doing it themselves. Then they are part of that. Now, the rest of their payroll expenses and any office staff, they're going to be in the expense section, which we'll talk about in a different video. But for now, if you have a service-based business or you have a brick and mortar or something that people have to actually assemble the products, then the labor piece of it is under cost of goods, and that can get confusing to some people. Now, for example, let's go back over here to the ice cream shop that we used in the previous videos, and you're going to see here that they are going to have different categories as well. They're going to have food costs, and you're going to see we have that broken up as well. And we're going to have some decorating stuff for their cakes, some supplies. All of this goes in to produce that ice cream that they sell. And that's going to give them their total. And you'll see, like I said, it's broken up, and we're able to see how much money is spent on the different categories. Whereas here, you're going to see our materials came to 22.9%, but it's not really broken down. So we don't know how much of the materials were used for the different parts of their business. And just like you saw on our previous video, when we were doing the income, there definitely are some advantages to breaking these down a little bit further. Now, when it comes to payroll, when it comes to the actual labor piece of it, you're going to see he's got his broken down into the employees he actually has, and then the subcontractors that he hires out as 1099s, temporary labor, if you will. And when you add those up, you're going to be able to see that he's got quite a bit of money that goes out. His total labor costs are 53%. So basically 53% of everything he takes in goes out just to pay people in this particular example. Now, we also like those percentages because those percentages allows us to see what's going on here over here on the ice cream shop. You'll see here our total COGS, cost of goods sold, is 26%. But when you see the breakdown here, you're able to see the different percentages. And this is where people get in trouble. It's all these little guys that add up that seems to be the surprise where people are taken in. Here on ice cream, no surprise here. Ice cream is 11.95% of their expenses, and their total COGS are 26%. So a big chunk of that 26% is in the ice cream. And a lot of times what happens is we keep in mind that, yeah, a lot of my money goes out in ice cream. Absolutely. In this case, it's 65%. But all those other little categories that you see, they all add up to make up the other 35%. And those are the things that, like I said, they tend to fall through the cracks. And when people are broke and they don't know where all their money went, it's all these little expenses that added up. And you're going to see it again in the expenses section when we go over it. And those are the ones that really catch people off guard. So I want to ask you a question. When you're looking at your profit and loss statement, what percentage of your sales are going out in cost of goods? Make sure you look it up. Here you can see two totally different ones. One's at 26%, one's as high as 78%. Typically, by the way, Your service-based businesses, it's going to be high. Maybe not this high. This is way too high. But you are going to see a higher number there because your employee wages are so much a part of you delivering that service. All right. Now, with that, we're going to go over in our next video gross margin. And this is what I call potential profits. And if you watched video 1, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So hang in there. We're going to jump into that next. Don't forget, if you want to learn more, we do have a video course called knowyourbusinessnumberscourse.com, where we dive in deep into the profit and loss, as well as a host of other business numbers that you need to know. And if you like this video and what you see, don't forget to click the thumbs up so others know that they want to watch this video. And don't forget to hit subscribe so you always get our videos, and click that little bell so you get notifications in your emails that a new video has arrived. And if you like podcasts and listening to them, don't forget to listen to the Badass Business Owner podcast. You can listen to it here on YouTube. We got it here in our video playlist, as well as on your favorite podcast app. Now, be the badass that you are, and let's move on over to the very next video.